Hi guys, this is Yoni here, and today's video is going to be my full review of the Speck CandyShell for iPod Touch 4th generation. Now you can get this from speckproducts.com for $34.95 in dollars, or you can get it for the equal of about £22 to £25 if you shop around. And here is of course the packaging. If we have a look around on the side, nothing too interesting. You know, the packaging's not all that great. You really want to get inside the actual product. So what I'm going to do is push that aside. You can pull it open, and you can see we've got a little bit of information here. Nothing too interesting. It just says how you can remove it, and there's also a little bit here that says you can check out some more products, and you can find out more about this product on the Speck website, of course. So this is known worldwide as a good case. It's known by some people as the best iPod Touch case. It's recommended by a lot of reviewers, such as myself. I really do like this case. And you'll see why in a moment. Sorry if you can hear that creaking. It's my floorboards. So here we're going to have a look at the actual product itself. So here is the back, and it's made of some kind of glossy polycarbonate plastic, I'm guessing. It's just glossy plastic. We've got a little camera cutout, and you can get different variants of this for the iPhone 4S, and there's also an iPad version for some reason. But here is the back anyway, and they're all very similar. Here is the right side, which is completely plain. Here is the inside, and we've got, if you look carefully, we've got these little sparks, I suppose they're called. That's what Speck calls them. You can see there's the logo. And here are the sparks in white. This is a unique one-piece design made out of the soft protective rubber and the hard glossy plastic. Anyway, here is the left side. We've got the two volume buttons here, and you can see in all the corners we have got the shock resistance. So if you drop it, it will just bounce, and then all the shock will be impacted into here in the middle, and it pretty much will just drive it all away from the actual device itself. So here's the bottom, and I do have problems. Actually, I have a couple of problems with this case at the bottom, which you'll see in a few moments. And here is the top, where you can see the lock screen button, and I forgot to mention on the bottom, of course, we've got cutouts for, of course, the speaker, the dock connector, and the headphone jack. So what you can do is you can put it in any way. I recommend putting it in left side first, because that's where the buttons are, and if you do it wrong, if you've got the iPhone and you don't put it in volume buttons first, then they might snap off or get damaged. So there's a risk there with any case, really. So here you can see, and yes, there is a skin on the iPod, so it does look slightly weird. But anyway, what we've got on the side here, you can see, is just pretty much normal. You can, of course, open up the iPod, unlock it and everything. It is on the setup screen, I do know that. Of course, we have got the left speaker, or the speaker here on the left. We've got the dock connector and the headphone jack. Now, the bottom piece is actually really quite flimsy, and I mean, it would be nice if it was reinforced a little bit more, because I feel like when I'm taking it out of my pocket, this might just snap off or get damaged, and I've been scared quite a few times that it might have cracked in the middle. So I'm just going to show you that it does completely work fine with all kinds of different accessories. So here is the standard dock connector that comes with. You can plug that in fine, and it should be charging. For some reason my adapter is not working, but you know, what can you do? I'm just going to pull out a pair of headphones from in here. Here is the standard Apple earbuds, just folded up, and you can plug them in with no problem, and you can see there's plenty of space for the actual jack. And now what I'm going to show you here is actually something with a bulkier jack. Here is from my monitoring headphones, which you'll see a video review of soon. We can in fact just plug it in, and you can see this jack is pretty thick. You can see it's fairly thick, but when you plug it in, you got no problem. So that's that. That's a look at the actual case itself. Now I'm going to talk about some of the pros and cons. Now, it is fairly expensive for a case. You can get similar cases or rip-off cases, if whatever you want to call them. The ones you buy for $5 to $10 on eBay whether it be a plain silicone case or just a hard case. You know, you can get them in all kinds of patterns and designs, and they're not all that good. And why should you get this case over another case? Well, not only is it for all the different kinds of shock protection, it's really easy to take off. I could do it with my eyes shut, or well, not in my sleep, but with my eyes shut. I really like how the protective rubber on the inside and also the hard plastic on the outside works. It doesn't really bend, only at the bottom does it bend, which is a problem. It's a major flaw, if you ask me. But you can see it's actually fairly hard rubber, so that's nice. It's very protective, so I've got no problem if I actually drop this iPod, which I'm not planning on doing. Also, the shock resistance, which works with all these corner pieces, is really nice. How it works, so if I dropped it on the corner, all the shock impact wouldn't damage the iPod itself. Also, we've got lay on the table design. If you look fairly closely, you can see there is a slight lip, as you can see around here, over the screen, so you can place it flat down on a table and you won't expect too much dust or dirt or anything to get onto the screen. And also, if you drop it face down, then you shouldn't have too much problem, although it could be dangerous if it's not on a smooth, flat surface, just like the one I am filming on. So that's good. There's a couple of problems with it. The lock screen button and the volume buttons are actually fairly hard to press. You have to kind of just get in there and press them fairly hard. And it's good because it all comes as one piece of rubber. So that's a reason why, but it would be nice if they were a bit easier to press, so that's also another problem. But otherwise, I can't really think of anything else wrong with this, so this case gets an 8 out of 10, mainly because I like the designs, the colours. It's, well, it's a really good price for what it is, and there's also different variations for the iPhone 4 and 4S version. This is a fairly long review, so I'm going to end it here. And this is one of the few things that you'll see on the channel that I've purchased myself. So I've purchased this case myself. I'm really happy with it, and when I sell it onwards, hopefully it will go to a good owner. So thank you all very much for watching this video. As always, you can hit the subscribe button above and the like button below. It would be very much appreciated, and it will show what a good subscriber you are to this amazing channel, as I would say. Anyway, that's all. I'm going to end this video here on 7 minutes and around 45 seconds. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace. Speck, CandyShell.